So today we'll be working out with the Google sign-in. Let's hit sign in, Prego Coding Classes, name and the email ID. Hello and welcome to Prego Coding Classes. This is Amber Roy. In this video you will learn how to make the user log in to their app using their Google account. So before doing that, if you want to support this channel with whatever amount you want, you can do that by clicking the PayPal link that is given in the description box down below. And without wasting any time, let's get started. So first of all, we'll click on start a new Android Studio project. Select empty activity, then next. Then we'll name this one My Google Login App. Hit finish. So our main activity has been synced completely. Now let's quickly open Firebase and let's add a project over here. We'll name this project My Google Sign In App. Now we'll select the country. My country is India. So I'll just scroll up and select India. Accept the terms and conditions. Create project. So let's hit continue. Let's hit the Android sign over here. And this needs a package name. You can find the package name on the top of the main activity. Let's copy this one and paste it here. The app nickname, I would give it a nickname of my favorite app, and SHA1 code. Now you can find it in Gradle, My Google Login App. Okay. Underneath the app, underneath the task, then Android, then sign in report, just double click that and this will generate the SHA1 code over here. You just need to copy it and then you need to paste it over here, then register the app. Now we need to download the Google services JSON file, so we'll hit this one. After it downloads, we need to copy and paste. So I have copied my Google services JSON file. Now we need to paste it. So we'll open the project tab, open the My Google Login App folder, and we'll select the application folder and paste it. Now that is done. We can go back to the Android tab because it is much more easier to operate. So this is the Google JSON file. We'll close it for now. Now we'll hit next. We'll paste this one. We'll just copy it first, then paste this one in the Gradle project module. Underneath this one we'll paste it, and this has been upgraded to 2, so we'll change it to 2, and this has been upgraded to 4.2.0, so we'll use the recent one 0.0, and we won't sync it now, rather we would open the module level Gradle and we'll implement the Firebase core over down here, and this has been upgraded to 7. Let's change it to 7, and then what we need is the plugin, so we'll paste it down below, then we will sync it. Now after syncing, as you can see, this dependency is showing an error because it needs more repositories. So we'll see what it needs. It needs the vector drawable and support media compat. So we'll open the support library for Android and we'll search the support. Let's just see it once again. Support media compat. So we'll search for it. This one. Copy. Then single quote, paste it. Now what does it need? It needs a vector drawable. So we need a vector drawable over here. Vector drawable. Need this one also, I guess. Let's just copy. This is the vector drawable. Quote, paste. Then we can sync again. Now after syncing, the error is gone. Now we can concentrate on the next thing, that is the authentication part. So we'll open the Firebase again and hit next. We'll skip this step, we don't need it. Go to authentication. And this one is a must do. So you should do this before starting anything. Set up sign in method and then enable Google. So let it be as it is, just save. I need a support email, so let it be Prego Softs. Let's save it. I didn't enable it, so I need to enable that. Just hit this one, save. So once this is saved, let's go to docs. And in here, API, let's get started with Android rather. Then we can scroll down. And these are all done. So we need the authentication dependency, this one. Let's copy it. And let's paste it over here. So implementation, single quote, paste. And we need another one. So let's go to authentication, this tab. Let's select Google sign in. So we need some documentation about Google signing in. So authenticate using Google sign in on Android. Now this has been done. This is only left. So we need to copy this one and paste it here. Sync it now. So let's open up Firebase and let's see how to do it. So it says integrate Google sign-in into your app by following the steps on the integrating Google sign-in into your Android app. So we'll open this one in a new tab. Close the support page. Well, this support page link would be given in the description box, so take a look at it also. And this is the integrating Google sign-in, and we would be working as it says. So this syncing has been done. Now it's time to code. And first of all, we'll get rid of the support action bar dot hide. We don't need it. And set, or rather we don't need the title because we're hiding the support action bar. So over here, First step we need to do is configure Google sign in. So let's copy it. Then we will paste it. Lot of red marks. So just click this one, Alt Enter. That does the magic trick. Now over this is showing a red line. Now what to do here? We'll open the project tab, open the app folder, then we'll open the Google JSON services and we'll copy the client ID that is shown here. This one, we'll copy it, then we'll close it and we will hard code it over here. So underneath double quotes, Control V. That's the request ID token, which is your client ID that is given in the Google JSON. Now, what else do we need? We need to implement this method over here. But first we'll go to integrating Google and then we'll need to assign this. So we'll copy this one and we'll paste it down below here, and again a Control Enter or Alt Enter, sorry, and we'll assign here Google sign in client, Google sign in client. Now that is done, we can move on to the next step. Now the next step would be to get this button on our application XML file. This is a special button, that is the Google sign in button. So we'll get it on the activity mail XML file. We'll delete this text and we'll paste it here. Now that is pasted, we'll give it constraint from all the sides. Let's constrain it down below and up, left, right, and the bottom. Now that is done, we need, or else I need to assign a custom width. So 250 dp looks good to me. Let's just zoom in and see. Let's make it 300. Now this is wide enough. So the ID of the button is sign in button. I won't change it, let it be as it is. So let's get back to main activity, and now we'll give a variable to the sign in button, sign in button, semicolon. Now what we'll do is cast the component. So sign in button equals sign capital S sign in button. Make sure you don't miss the capital letters. Find view by ID r.id. Sign in button. That is done. Now as this is done, we can call this cast components over here. So cast components, and now over here we can set an on-click listener, new view on-click listener. That is done. Now let's get back here and let's see this method, the sign in method. Let's copy it, or what we can do is let's just do it in a separate method. Let's copy it and let's paste it over here. Let's alt enter on the intent, and this RC sign in, it's just a request code that it needs, so we'll assign it on the top. You can assign any request code you want. So private, I'll give it a final integer type, so final int rc sign in equals let's give it 99. Okay, that is done, and we can call the sign in over here, sign in. That is done. Then now let's get down. Now on the activity start, it gives a result, so let's copy this overridden method, and then we can paste it over here. A lot of alt enters needed. Alt enter, alt enter, alt enter, alt enter. Okay, the Firebase auth with Google, we need this, so let's keep it as it is, and we'll show a toast if something goes wrong, that is error occurred. That's it, everything is fine. So the result has been done. Now it is asking us to initialize a Firebase auth variable, that is mauth, so we'll do that. Let's just scroll up, private Firebase auth mauth semicolon, alt enter, then we'll go to cast components. Here mauth equals capital F Firebase auth dot get instance semicolon. That's it. Now let's see what's the next method. So when initializing an activity, check to see if the user is kindly signed in. So our user will not be signed in, so we won't be using this checksum over here. Let's get to, yes, Firebase auth with Google. Now we'll copy the whole thing over here, and we will so the error over here is gone. Now over here, let's just get rid of this thing. Enter, alt enter, 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 enter. We need to show successful toast message. You don't need to log the thing. So we don't need a log on this thing also. We need to show a toast message. We don't need a snack bar. But we obviously need this update UI thing. So alt enter, create method, and we won't create an anonymous method, rather we'll create it on the main activity. So this method has been created. Now we can show a toast message over here, which will say login successful, or else it would say login failed. So that is it. Now there are no errors over here. So if login fails, we do not need to do anything. So let's just code this thing, and this. Okay. Now everything looks good. Now we can have the user informations. So let's open the integrating Google sign in. First, let's check out anything is missing. No. So let's hit the get profile information. And over here, these are the things what we will get from the Google account. So let's just copy this and let's just paste it. So URI is alt enter, and we won't need the get activity because we are not using a fragment. Rather, we'll need a get application context. That is it. Now let's go to our XML layout and let's go to design. Let's put text view, constrain it from all the sides, and let's constrain the top and the bottom. Zoom it. Another text view, right, left, top, and the bottom. Let's pull it up. That's it. Now a button. Now this button is meant for the sign out, because we're signing in but we're not signing out the user. This button will contain the sign out thing. Now this button, or this text view rather, contain the name. Enter. The ID would be text name, and this one would be text email, and email ID. Okay, now that is done. So we have constrained this one also. Let's give it sign out button and the text to sign out. That is it. Now we need to initialize all the variables for these components. So over here we can say private button, sign out button, private text view, text name, email, semicolon. Now we need to cast them. Text name equals text view, find view by id, r.id dot name, email equals text view, find view by id, r.id dot text email, and the button. So name the button. Sorry, there is a spelling mistake. Sign out button. Sign out button equals button find view by id, r.id dot sign out button. So that is it. We have casted all the components. Now what we need to do is over here we'll say name dot set text name colon space plus person name and text email dot set text email id colon space plus email, and so we have the two of the things that we need. So now we need to work out on the sign out button. So sign out button dot set on click listener, new view on click listener, and in here we'll write m Google signing client dot sign out dot add on complete listener, new on complete listener. In here we'll put a semicolon. Here we'll write m auth dot sign out and then a toast which will say signed out successfully, and I'm signing out from both the things because to get certain that it is signing out from the client itself and then the authorization part of the Firebase. So one more change you need to do is, if the let me just open it first. Let me just open the Google services JSON file, the app over here. Okay, now I have copied the client ID of client type 1. Now this might not work every time, so for the one whose application is not working with the client type 1, please copy and paste the client type 3 client ID. So I'm doing it now because this client type 1 ID might not work for me. So I'm just copying it and pasting it in here. And these two IDs are different. So if the client type 1 ID works for you, then it's fine. If the client type 3 ID works for you, then also it's fine. Use one of them, the one which is working for you. So that is it. Now there are no more changes to make. This should work fine. Now it's time to run the program and see. So let's run it. So as you can see here, our project has been compiled. Now let's open this. So this is the screen, the layout. Now we'll select the sign in and we'll hit our Prego Coding Classes email. Now it says login successful. The name is Prego Coding Classes. The email ID is this one. If you have any queries or if you need any extra help, you can email me. Now we'll hit sign out and it is signed out successfully. And we need to erase these names over here. Now you can modify it anyhow you want, but this is the way to do it. So now if you have learned anything from this video, please show your love and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you are not subscribed, and also hit the notification icon or the bell icon so that you stay notified about my new videos then and there. That's it. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye bye.